and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, it's going to be a comparison. It's going to be giving you advice about what Torture Poets Department vinyl you should get if you're looking for getting a Torture Poets Department vinyl. Because I know a lot of people are looking to get one, and now the Anthology is released, they're finally like, we can commit to one. So I'm going to show you all of the pressings that are currently available. I do just want to say that these are just the general pressings you can buy. There will be slight variations. Sometimes vinyl are made in different countries, different factories. They will have variations. So sometimes they'll be slightly more transparent, slightly more opaque. I only have the general ones. So if you're someone who likes the every single kind of variant in terms of where they are made, this video probably not for you, but I'm going to show you the best that I can, the different versions that you can get of the Torture Poets Department to help you decide if you are looking at getting yourself a Torture Poets Department vinyl or you're looking at getting someone else a Torture Poets Department vinyl. So let's get started. We're going to start off first with the general pressing of the Torture Poets Department, and that is this one. This is the ghosted white one. So this version includes the manuscripts. This is the ghosted white manuscript version. This is the cover of that, and then this is the back cover. So the front cover is the general cover of the Torture Poets Department. This is the version you're going to find on streaming. Now when you open her up, I absolutely love this, you have the lyric booklet bound to the gatefold of the vinyl, and I think that's so fantastic. And on the first page here you've got a handwritten poem by Stevie Nicks. Then once you go through the lyric booklet, which is very, very gorgeous, and it is very much attached to the vinyl, I just think it's so cool. There are so many amazing pictures of Taylor. You then have the in summary poem with handwritten in summary poem by Taylor, and then also a picture of Taylor. Now there are 4 different variants in terms of vinyl that are like this. So there are the 4 general ones, the 4 first versions of the Torture Poets Department. They almost include all the same songs, but they all look very similar to this. So they're all going to have this poem at the start by Stevie Nicks, the lyric booklet, and then the summary poem at the end. But they are going to vary slightly in terms of the colour and in terms of the pictures you get inside, as well as the picture of where that summary poem is. But the main difference is obviously the LP, and I think that's what most people are looking for when they're looking for buying vinyl. So this is the ghosted white pressing. There are 2 LP inside of this. So in terms of the little sleeves the vinyl come in, they have handwritten lyrics. So they are different for the different variants. For this variant, you have the handwritten lyrics for So Long London. You also have the handwritten lyrics for Fortnight featuring Post Malone, and that includes Taylor's handwriting as well as Post Malone's handwriting. Vinyl in this is a gorgeous white colour. It is an opaque white and it is absolutely stunning. It's kind of more of an eggshell white. It's not showing as well on camera, but it is ever so slightly yellow. It does have a little bit of a yellow tint to it, but it is a really, really gorgeous vinyl. Out of all the pressings, this is one of my favourite. I love the colour of it. Now, this is one of the things that people will be thinking of when they're buying the Torture Poets Department on vinyl. Another thing will be the tracks. So the tracks on this are Fortnight through Clara Bow, then the bonus tracks are the manuscript. So it's just the manuscript as the bonus track. On side A, you've got Fortnight, the Torture Poets Department, My Boy Only Breaks His Favourite Toys, Down Bad. Side B, you've got So Long London, But Daddy I Love Him, Fresh Out the Slammer, and Florida. Then you have the second LP. Side C on that includes Guilty as Sin, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can, and LOML. Then side D has I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, The Alchemy, Clara Bow, and then the bonus track, the manuscript. So all the other vinyl are going to have exactly the same tracks, obviously excluding the Anthology, excluding the bonus track. The bonus track is what differentiates most of these vinyl. So this one has the manuscript on. So this vinyl actually has 3 kind of different versions of it. You've got that normal version, but there were also 2 signed versions released. The first signed version released, they released a signed insert, the vinyl signed insert, which is a larger signed insert. This is the larger signed insert that you would get with that signed version of the Torture Poets Department vinyl, and this is the first version. So it's this gorgeous picture of Taylor, and a lot of these do have a heart on because Taylor generally on the signed vinyl insert does a heart just because they are bigger. So this is what it looks like, and she is very, very gorgeous. And I got this from Taylor's online store for anyone who is curious. However, the next batch of the Torture Poets Department signed vinyl, they did not not include this larger print. They actually included the same signed insert that the CD had. So you could either get that as a signed vinyl or a different version which would include this one, and this is the same signed insert that was that people who bought the signed CD got. So this is what that one looks like. This one sometimes has a heart on it, sometimes doesn't. It is more rare if it does have a heart on it, but they are not really that rare to find, these signed inserts, the smaller ones. The larger ones are slightly more rare to find, but they are honestly, they're not the rarest signed Taylor item out there, so don't go paying too much for it. Obviously, when I got them, they were available on Taylor's store. They're only available on Taylor's store for a limited time only when it comes to signed items, so now you're going to have to really look for resale for signed items. It can be difficult looking at resale for signed items. Signed items are so often forged, people make fake ones all the time, people charge so much for them, so make sure you're buying it from a trusted seller. I would also always want to see the receipt of them buying it from the actual store. Make sure you look at the receipt, make sure you check there's no like typos in it, anything like that, so no one's like forged it, but it can be quite difficult to verify those signed inserts. So I do understand if you want to avoid resale of signed items. I personally do. I just don't trust people all that much, but there are two signed versions of it if you are looking out there for a signed version of the Torture Poets Department, the manuscript version. Then next up, you're going to be thinking, Rachel, you have just shown us this vinyl. No, I have not. This is the Torture Poets Department manuscript version, but this is the Phantom Clear one. So it is exactly the same as the previous one I've just shown you. Everything is the same. When I open this up, you've got the same summary poem, the exact same lyric booklet, and that same picture of Taylor at the end, and all the tracks are the same. The only difference with this one is the actual vinyl. The LP in this, there are two LP, they are both exactly the same, and it is the Phantom Clear, so it is a transparent vinyl. So if you're stuck between the difference between the two of these, the only difference here is the LP colour. So this is what the transparent version looks like, similar to the Lakes where it is a transparent one, but there's no really gold little flecks in this one. It is just a transparent vinyl. Now, as I said, I think I've already said, but I may have not already said, none of these are limited pressings. These are all very common pressings. In the UK, you can get them in HMV, you can get them from independent record stores. They are very, very available. Do not pay, apart from for the signed versions, do not pay over face value for them because you can get them so easily. This in the US was the Target exclusive version, so if you're looking Target, make sure you look at the hype sticker if you want to differentiate between the two of them. The white one will obviously say Ghosted White, whereas the Phantom Clear one will say Phantom Clear, and likely if you're in the US it will have a little Target sticker on it as well. Okay, we finally have a different cover. Next up we have the Bolter. So this is what the Bolter looks like. And as you can see, you open her up, you've got that same summary poem there, but the differences really start when you come to this lyric booklet. The pictures in this lyric booklet are different. There are different pictures. Obviously all the lyrics are the same, but the pictures inside and the colour of the lyric booklet is different. You've also got different handwritten lyrics throughout the lyric booklet as well. When you get to that final page, you then have this gorgeous picture of Taylor, and then you have the summary poem as well. Also important to note that whatever the bonus track is on the vinyl that you have, there will be handwritten lyrics for that bonus track there. So the bonus track on this one is the Bolter. There is no manuscript on this version, there is just the Bolter. Then let's look at the LP. The LP inside of this one are a very gorgeous parchment beige. When you have the sleeves on this one, you've got the handwritten lyrics for Florida, you've got Taylor's handwritten lyrics there, you've also got Florence's handwritten lyrics, obviously Florence features on the song. Then the next one, you've got the lyrics for the Torture Poets Department. Then if you want to look at the vinyl, both the vinyl are exactly the same and they're not really marbled. Some people got marble variants, but none of mine are marbled, and because they're opaque, if you want to see the marbling you really need to hold them up to the light. This is the parchment beige vinyl. She is a really gorgeous pressing. I absolutely love the colour of this one. It's really nice. Yeah, that is what it looks like. It's probably one of my favourites in terms of the colour, just because it's a really nice colour, and I think all the different colour LPs for the Torture Poets Department really represent the album very well, and I do really like them. So as I've said, in terms of the tracks, you've got all the tracks Fortnight through Clara Bow, and then the bonus track on this one is the Bolter. The lyrics on the back of this variant also say You Don't Get to Tell Me About Sad. So all of the front cover and back covers are different on each of these different variants. Next up we've got the Black Dog. So you're going to see this and some of you may think this is the Anthology. It's not the Anthology. I had so many questions, so many of my videos being like, how do you already have the Anthology? I didn't at the time. This is the Black Dog. So this is the same as all the other pressings where you open it up, you've got the summary poem and you've got the lyric booklet, and it is very easy to see the difference with this lyric booklet because obviously it's the darkest kind of one. You've got different pictures of Taylor throughout. and you get to the final page and you'll have the handwritten lyrics. Oh, second to last page, and you'll have those handwritten lyrics there for the black dog, and then you turn it over and you've got the summary poem with a different picture of Taylor there. So this pressing is stunning. It is an ink black pressing, so it almost looks like your standard black, but it's not your standard black. It's kind of got a brown tint to it, and the handwritten lyrics on the sleeves for this are for the Alchemy on one, and then for the other you've got Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. So they're the handwritten lyrics, and then I'll show you the vinyl. This is what the vinyl itself looks like. She is stunning. It's this ink black colour, but again, as I said, it's a little got a little bit of a brown tint. I know some people see this and they do think that it is just a normal black pressing. It's not just a normal black pressing. At the current time of recording, there is no normal black pressing of the Torture Poets department. You can only get these like fun different LP pressings. There's no generic black pressing, but if you're looking for one that almost looks like it, this is the closest you're gonna get, but it does have that brown tint to it because it's that ink black. But she is really nice, and I love the cover of this. I also think of the 4 that have these bonus tracks, the Black Dog is my favourite of those 4. I think it's just such a stunning song. So if I was to pick one out of these first 4, this is the one that I personally would pick, just because I like the Black Dog song the most, but I also like the cover the most. So even though I'm not as big a fan of the colour of the LP as compared to the other ones, like the Bolter and then the Ghosted White, I really like the other parts of this. So that's why I personally picked this one. And then we get to the last one of these first pressings. So this is the Albatross. So you've got this gorgeous picture of Taylor on the front, then you've got this on the back for the lyrics, Am I Allowed to Cry? You open her up, you'll never guess it, you've got the summary poem by Stevie Nicks, and then you've got this little lyric booklet bound inside, and we'll get to that last page so you can just see those handwritten lyrics there for the Albatross. I can get to it. There you go, so you've got those handwritten lyrics for the Albatross there, and then you've also got the summary poem and a different picture of Taylor. Out of all of these first 4, well first 5, this is probably my least favourite. I think I'm not as big a fan of the Albatross as a song, and I don't like the colour of this vinyl as much as I like the other ones. So in terms of the handwritten lyrics though, on the sleeves you've got The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, and you've also got But Daddy I Love Him. So when you open her up, you'll see she's this nice grey, bluish grey pressing. She is a really beautiful vinyl, and the bonus track for this one obviously is the Albatross. She is really beautiful. I think some people definitely absolutely love this one, but if I had to pick a least favourite, this personally would be my least favourite one. That's not saying it's not a gorgeous vinyl, because it is a gorgeous vinyl, but I think because you've got a lot of tough competition with the Torture Poets department, because it's just such a well-themed vinyl, I think they've done a really good job making these vinyl, and I really do like them. Especially I love having a lyric booklet in the vinyl. I think it's always a shame that you don't always get lyric booklets in vinyl, because sometimes I like to look through them. Sometimes lyric booklets have Easter eggs in, and they also just have extra album photo shoot pictures in, so I do really like having one, but it's usually not the case, as you'll see with the next and final Torture Poets department vinyl. So here we have the final Torture Poets department vinyl, and this one is the most different because it has the most tracks on. This is the Anthology. It is the most expensive because there are 4 LP inside of this one. So this is what she looks like on the cover. As you can see, it is a different cover, different back cover. When you open her up, there is no book-bound jacket in this one, unfortunately. You also do not have the poem by Stevie Nicks, but you do have the summary poem at the very end. It's just not handwritten. Now there are 4 LP inside of this, and all of the LP are different. So with the other pressings, they all seem to be just the exact same colour vinyl, so for the 2 LP it's the same, whereas this one there are 4 different ones, which obviously does make it more expensive. These are also all transparent pressings as well. They are all marble transparent pressings, so you can end up with really good ones or not so good ones, but I love this. This one is a transparent one. It's kind of like a smoky sort of room is how I imagine it. Unfortunately my one did arrive slightly damaged. If you watched my other video you'll have seen that, but they are sending me a replacement one though, so I'm very excited to get replacement, so I'll have the proper one. But yes, this is what she looks like. I really love this. This is the Torture Poets department vinyl with the most songs on. So if your main concern, or the person you're buying for main concern, is listening to the album on vinyl, then this is the one you want to get, because this has the most songs on. This has everything on. Next up we've got this gorgeous pressing. It is another transparent one, and the marbling is black on it. This one's not the best pressing in the world of that. There will be better marble ones out there, but this is that one there. This is also the only Torture Poets Department vinyl which includes a poster, so you've got a little poster there as well. Mine did arrive slightly damaged, but yes, this is the Torture Poets Department poster that comes with the anthology, and then we've got the final 2 LP. So as you can see, none of these have handwritten lyrics on the sleeves here, which is a little bit of a shame, but they do have some gorgeous, gorgeous pictures of Taylor. So this one is one of my favourite ones in the anthology. I think it's probably my favourite in the anthology. It's this darker marble one. It's really stunning, and someone actually pointed out on one of my TikTok videos that the different colour vinyl represent the different colour variants that you can get of the Torture Poets Department. So that first one was the manuscript, the second was the Albatross, this is obviously the Black Dog, and then the last one is going to be kind of like the Bolter. So they're kind of similar to those, but obviously they're transparent and marbled rather than the opaque that the other ones are. And then finally we have this final LP, another really, really nice one. This is a very transparent one here, and it has got a gold tint to it, and it does kind of remind me of that Bolter pressing, so I do think that theory is correct, that they kind of represent those original pressings. So that is what that looks like. This includes the most tracks. So as I said, if you are most bothered about the songs and listening to those songs on vinyl, you want the complete collection, this is the version to get. It is the most expensive, but it includes everything. If you care more about the visuals of the vinyl itself, I would go for those first ones. I would go for one of the first ones with the book-bound jacket in. If you are not so fussed and you just care about the cover, then go for the cover. There is no shame, whatever reason you want to like collect vinyl for, there is no shame about collecting it for whatever reason, whether it's the visuals, the listening to it, or if it just has your favourite bonus track on. Let me know in the comments which one your favourite one is, and if you want to see more videos of me comparing the different vinyl variants and stuff. I make these videos because I know a lot of people don't like to variant collect because it is expensive, but I want to show people all the different variants there are out there, just so people can make a decision so they can just purchase the one they want to purchase the most. I know a lot of people held off until this final anthology version came out, just so then they could see all of the different variants out there. I can't see them be releasing another version, but obviously you never know. With Taylor, she's always releasing different fun variants, but I think these will be it. Let me know in the comments which one you like the most, and as always, if you've liked this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, that'd be so cool. And one last thing to say is have a great day!